Citizens of that town, by mayoral decree, the following episode may cover topics the likes of which may trigger your timbers. Consider yourselves duly notified.
And we're back on the J Show as Josh and other Josh are doing God knows what. And if I planned everything right, which I probably didn't, my next guest should be coming along right about... Hey, what is it? What did you called? What do you want? What do you need? Yeah, hey, it's Mad Scientist Ben in the station, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, have a seat.
Okay. Like, was there I brought my guns and stuff. Like, I brought my space guns. Is everything okay? Where's the monster or portal or time?
That's what we brought you here for, Ben. Nobody really knows who Mad Scientist Ben is. And I feel like the good people...
What, Mad Scientist Ben?
Yeah, Mad Scientist Ben. That's your name, isn't it?
Like, I could be Scientist Ben. Just Ben's fine. Why do you insist on Mad Scientist Ben?
I mean, this whole thing about, like, titles...
What, do I seem mad to you?
You seem a little on edge. I mean, it seems
well, because I thought that there was something going on.
It seems like you're mad because like somebody might have lied to you or something.
I live on a mountain. It's tough to get here.
I think you had teleporters though. Don't you just like teleport everywhere you go?
I'm not made of money. You know how much that costs? I'm not going to take all of my money and port it straight into THATTOWN Power Company. No.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, I'm sorry. Okay, fine. What are we doing then?
You know, onus on me. I did lie to you, like right to your face. So here's what we're doing. People need to get to know Mad Scientist Ben.
Scientist Ben.
Okay. All right.
Or just Ben.
I've
met you before. We've talked about this.
Okay. All right. Fine. We'll do this your way.
Okay. Yeah. Make me the bad guy.
Look, it's live radio. If you don't have some sort of fight going on, nobody's actually going to listen to this crap. I mean, this fine programming here on AM 1234.
Nice save. That was well played. Okay, what can I do for you? What do we want to find out about Scientist Ben?
We want to find out how Mad Scientist Ben works.
He works under the assumption you will eventually stop calling him Mad Scientist Ben. Man,
it's just all right.
I'm not going to let that bother me anymore. I'm a good person.
You're a good person. People say awesome things about you, and
who's been talking about me? What? You know what? Never mind.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's fine.
Okay. So,
how can I help you?
Why did you move to that town?
There's only so many places in the country where one can almost literally disappear, and this is one of those societal dead zones in which a person can basically act as their own corporate entity or governmental body or cult leader. You can really do anything you want to in that town. It's almost the American dream in a way.
I can almost hear Mayor Jason crying tears of joy right now. I don't know if you'd be proud of that.
I just do what I can to help the community, I guess. So that's fun.
So speaking of helping the community, how do you help the community?
Well, when people call me, I show up with my guns, so that's a pretty good deal.
So would you say you're a redneck scientist? Because that seems to be the redneck way.
The rednecks are not going around. Look at this gun. It's got blue lights. Do you see a redneck with blue light guns? I'm talking about lasers, friend. This thing is irradiating me right now. Thank God I took my pills. Anyway, no, I wouldn't say redneck. No, not at all.
So what is your way then?
My way?
Yeah.
I mean, I do science. I make cool things. I innovate. You know? Things that you can attribute to me. I made the laser couch. I made the blender couch. I made the regular comfy couch. Like, I'm just always doing good stuff, man. I made teleporters. Teleporting's happening. That's a big deal. One day, you're going to be able to teleport the way you can go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal. I'm talking about convenience, speed, and affordability. That's what I'm all about. Bringing it to the future.
It seems like a science thing that goes over my head.
It is a science thing, yeah. That's it's a science thing, yeah. I'm a science guy. Man.
Science, Now, have you paid the proper permits to do science in that town? You know how Mary Jane knows with his permits and taxes.
I don't know how he is. I don't know anything about. Hey, funny thing. No, man. I live up on my crazy mountain. It's not a crazy mountain. You've already got me saying weird stuff about myself. Look, the point of my life is not to be a part of your community so much as an extraneous asset to your lives, and that you expect me to just fall in and start paying permits?
Yeah.
What form do you fill out for a blue laser gun?
I think that's Form 89-C down at the county courthouse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, then.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, fine. That's pretty cool.
Not to pull your pants down, live on air, but that's how. There's.
Do I seem like somebody who is overly concerned with the bureaucracy of the common man?
No, you seem like a shoot first, ask questions maybe type person.
I don't need to ask questions, friend. I've done the research. I've done the math, okay? When I shoot somebody, when I shoot something, when I shoot some deviation in physics that needs to be eliminated before it turns the world into a black hole, look, man, I know for sure that I need to do that thing. There are no accidents around this guy.
On that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with Mad Scientist Ben on AM 1234.
Would you stop with the mads?
Yeah, hey man, I don't know a lot about advertising, but the spirits commanded me to buy like 30 seconds so that I can tell you about this set of books that I found in a treasure chest off Highway 415. I was walking through the woods and I started to hear kind of a sense that I needed to move through this glade and find this object, and now I'm bringing them to you fresh and direct from the side of the road. So I got like James Joyce, I got Henry James, I got this copy of The Count of Monte Cristo that if you put it up to your nose, it smells like the beach. Man, it's pretty wild. These books are a little funky. I don't really know a lot about them. I think they're more like custom books. Oh yeah, I was paging through all them books and I was getting around like looking at them, and sometimes the words were like almost in 3D, like they were floating in front of my face but really reaching backwards into my soul through my eyeballs. And I found this one copy of Flowers for Algernon that, like, if you hold it up to your ear, you can hear whispers coming from inside of it. Anyway, I was thinking that I could sell a whole lot of them for $15, or I can piece them out for about 50 cents each. There's about 30 of them, so it's a pretty good deal, and you can get some good reading in before school starts back up. I'm real excited. My name's Ted. You give me a call, okay?
And we're back with Jesse, your humble host, and Mad Scientist Ben.
You really polished that humble host thing. And also, Mad Scientist Ben again.
I thought you said you weren't going to let that bother you anymore.
Yeah, fine. I did say that. Fine. Fine. Yeah, I said it. I did say that. Okay. Anyway, I'm super cool. Here I am. Scientist. But you don't call somebody Janitor Steve. You don't call somebody Nurse Phyllis.
It's Janitor Ann.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You've turned this moment on its head.
Yeah.
Okay, what else can I do for you? What else are you looking to know? What else is it that you can possibly reach into my body and pry from my soul? Man, I was going to do stuff. I got a Netflix subscription. I didn't even know about Netflix. How weird is that, right? A guy who invents all teleporters and funny, weird laser guns. I didn't even know about Netflix. I thought it was a DVD thing. You can stream stuff. You can see anything. They make TV shows now. They got a wrestling lady show. Wow. Just wow. Of all the things I've invented, I didn't come up with lady wrestling. I mean, sometimes you can't bat 1,000 every season. Sometimes you just miss on stuff. And that's how it is. I got to accept that about myself. That's when I get mad. That's when I become a mad scientist. I'm a guy who is angry that is also a scientist. You can't...
Well, then how about I do that thing you said, and I pry out of you, what's the newest thing you've invented that can help the community and instill confidence in the populace? Because, there's still, mob rule in that town.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we had that guy who was making all his flesh golems a couple months back.
Yeah.
And, boy, that did not turn out well for him. That
No.
was pitchforks and torches as far as the eye could see.
If you start building stuff out of flesh, pretty much any concept that starts with the word flesh is bad news.
Right.
So, that was only going to end in despair for that fella. But, my newest thing, I have invented a zucchini slicer that is, settle down. It's a zucchini slicer that chops it so thin. It's good. Maybe it's not going to help you out, but I like my sandwiches to be really well made. So that's the most recent thing. Are you looking for like the best thing?
Oh, okay. Well, what in your idea would be a best invention then?
The best invention I've ever made?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the teleporter.
Okay.
Like, you can find out a lot of cool stuff with a teleporter. The first week that I made that thing, I used it the way that anybody would. I'm like, I teleport myself to the mountains, and I'm up on Everest, and it turns out it's just cold up there. It's snow, and it's ice, and there's no air, and I don't know why anybody wants to get up there. But hey, that's the human condition, and maybe I don't understand that so well. So then I go to the beach. I think, hey, I'll go to Fiji, because I keep hearing that, and they make that good water that you can get at the store. So I go to Fiji Beach, or whatever it's called. I don't know. You don't have to drive there. And it's sandy, and it's hot, and it's just like, I'm just sad on a beach, man. So that didn't work out for me. And then, like, within a couple of weeks of trying to find somewhere that I wanted to be, I just started to spiral out of control into these weird experiments, right? Like, have you ever gone to Starbucks?
What?
Have you ever gone to, like, the coffee chain, Starbucks? I don't know if you've got one here. I would assume so.
I don't think we got those here.
Okay. Well, get this, man. So, like, they're the same everywhere. Everywhere you go, they're the same place, right? Like, it's the same decoration. I go to one in New York. I go to one in Los Angeles. They're all exactly the same, and I mean exactly the same.
Like, even down to the people working behind the counter?
No. But kind of, yeah. Like, there's this shelf that's just CDs where it's like employees give you, like, their favorite albums.
Right.
And every single one, there's a shelf, third one from the bottom, that is by this guy named Tony. And it's the same 3 CDs. It's the White Album by the Beatles. It's that one Yeah 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 CD with the Wait Don't Would You Love Me Like You Love. I can't really remember the song. And then there's a Flock of Seagulls, and it's in every one of them, and it's always this Tony guy. And so I'm freaking out, man, because at that point I'm like, surely there's something going on here.
Right.
And it's just like, they're just watching me. They're definitely just watching me because they know that I know. And so, like, things are just spiraling out of control, and I'm starting to lose myself in my madness. And so I stepped away from it. I backed away from
science, or just from teleporters?
From the teleporters.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't do it too much. It starts to get you kind of, what's that word? When you're sure, no, the word where you're sure that everybody's out to get you, because they are.
Smart?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, that was a hell of a month. But
that was all in a month?
Yeah, I guess so. Depends on how you really, like, keep track of time.
Well, that's another thing. When you teleport, how much time passes when you teleport? Or is that even, like...
I guess it depends, because if you use one of my first models, it's like you feel like there's been like a month. Like a month goes by. And there's nothing to do. You're just in like this white space, man. So that was terrible. Like after the first 2 times, like forget about this. I'm not going to do that again. So I went back to the drawing board. I started to say, you know what we need? We need cool stuff when we go through the teleporter. We need like fun things. We need like an in-flight movie, or we need like a way to call other people, or we need like whenever you imagine something, it becomes real. So I'm still working on that one, but you can watch that 90s movie Curly Sue when you teleport now.
Oh my God,
it's
so good.
Yeah,
So
it's
good.
pretty good. It's actually terrible, but it's all I could really get my hands on. And I got to be honest with you. Usually I'll come up with an idea and then I just kind of rush through.
That seems about right.
I don't spend a lot of my time fine-tuning because you still get teleported.
Yeah. If the point is to get from point A to point B,
Like, you still get teleported from one end to the other. That's the mad scientist Ben Garrett. Fuck! You made me say it. Now I'm saying it too. How did you do it? Are these some kind of mind control microphones? Are you
Wait, are they?
Son of a bitch! That's enough of this recording session with you.
That's gonna do it for the J Show with Jesse and Ben. A lot of things to ponder after today's show, huh, kids? We'll see you next time. Have a good night. Tales of That Town is a production of That Town Entertainment. Today's episode was written by Ashley Jones, Benjamin Nunnally, and Jesse Hall. It was directed by Jesse Hall. All music in today's episode was produced by Zach Fragoso, the one and the only one I know. This episode featured the talents of Benjamin Nunnally as Mad Scientist Ben and Jesse Hall as Jesse. On social media, you can find That Town Entertainment on YouTube, Tumblr, and Facebook. On Twitter, we're at Tales of That Town and at This Is That Town. Let's get ready for some outtakes, because we got like a couple throwbacks from a couple previous episodes, and one good one from this episode. So, yeah.
What do you want to sell?
I need a product and an occupation.
Oh, man. That's a funky purple pink jelly jar. Man, I've been going to them big box department stores looking for me a purple jam jelly jar. I lost
Almost.
it. It's so hard to say. I forgot what I even called it.
Do we need to revisit my entire scheme of planting false information for my enemies to find? I told that story on the radio. Obviously, I'm going to have to obfuscate. Obfuscate?
Obfuscate.
Obfuscate. Fa or foo? Obfa? Foo? Fa? Foo?
I always say obfuscate.
Obfuscate.
Yeah.
Obfuscate?
Jason would probably tell us that we're not pronouncing it
Highlight.
Italian enough.
More web search. Smartphones.
That's when Zach was arguing about that beer. The
Obfuscate.
obfuscate.
Obfuscate. Obfuscate.
The
Now,
only
now
reason
let's listen to the computer say it. My media's turned down.
Obfuscate. 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 Obfuscate.
All right, Jesse, make a sick beat with that.
Obfuscate.
See, if I don't read ahead, then I just trip myself up like
You
that.
just trebuchet.
I
over it.
trebuchet. He's not even here when we make
I
fun of that.
know.